What if money as we know it wasn't controlled by governments or central banks? Imagine being able to send large amounts of value across borders in seconds, as easily as sending a text. That's the revolutionary promise of Bitcoin. Let's explore the bullish case for Bitcoin by Vijay Boyapati, a deep dive into Bitcoin's history, technology, and potential to reshape global finance. Let's start with a groundbreaking fact. Bitcoin eliminates the need for intermediaries like banks or governments when transferring value. This is made possible by solving a complex challenge called the Byzantine generals problem. Think of a group of generals needing to coordinate an attack despite unreliable messengers. Traditionally, trust required a central authority, but Bitcoin's public secure ledger lets computers worldwide agree on transactions without anyone in charge. This has huge implications for how trust is built online. Why does this matter? To understand, we have to look at the origins of money itself. Barter was inefficient. You had to find someone who both wanted what you had and had what you needed. Early humans solved this by using scarce, durable, and portable objects like shells and stones as money. Bitcoin mirrors these qualities. It's scarce, with only 21 million coins ever to exist. It's durable, with no physical wear and tear, and portable. You can store or move millions of dollars on a small USB drive. Would you trust Bitcoin with your savings? Boyapati explains that money evolves in stages, from a collectible to a store of value, then a medium of exchange, and finally a unit of account. Bitcoin is currently transitioning into a store of value, much like gold. Initially, tech enthusiasts drove its adoption. Today it's seen as digital gold, valuable for preserving wealth over time. Here's a question. How would you send millions of dollars abroad today? Sending gold is costly and slow, but Bitcoin lets you transfer large amounts instantly. Boyapati shares a story of a Venezuelan economist who used Bitcoin to save his family's wealth and escape political oppression. Bitcoin's ability to resist censorship makes it a lifeline in these situations. Are you finding this insightful? If you're enjoying the content, subscribe for more in-depth videos like this. Can Bitcoin really protect against inflation? Let's talk scarcity. Gold is limited but could become more abundant through mining. Governments can print endless amounts of fiat money, but Bitcoin has a strict cap of 21 million coins. This scarcity makes Bitcoin resistant to inflation, preserving its value over time. As more people turn to assets like gold and Bitcoin to protect their wealth, demand increases. Of course, Bitcoin has its downsides. One challenge is fungibility. Imagine if every dollar bill came with a transaction history. Bitcoin's public ledger means people can see if a coin was used in illegal activities, which could make some coins less desirable. Improving privacy features could help solve this issue. Here's a fun analogy. Bitcoin is like a teenager going through growing pains. Its price can be volatile, but Boyapati explains this is typical for new assets. As more people invest and Bitcoin becomes bigger, its price will stabilize over time. It's like how a new stock market can be wild at first but settles down as it matures. Think Bitcoin is too expensive? That's a common misconception. You can buy fractions of a Bitcoin, making it accessible at any budget. What matters is its total market cap. Compared to gold, Bitcoin's market cap is still relatively small, meaning there's potential for significant growth. Are transaction fees killing Bitcoin? Not quite. Fees are high because they fund the miners who secure the network. Without this, Bitcoin wouldn't be as safe. For everyday payments, second-layer solutions like the Lightning Network allow faster and cheaper transactions. Think of it as an express lane for small purchases, while the main Bitcoin network handles large, high-security transfers. What about Bitcoin's energy use? You've probably heard criticism about its environmental impact. Boyapati points out that much of the electricity comes from renewable sources. In fact, Bitcoin mining often uses surplus energy in remote areas that would otherwise go to waste. Instead of wasting power, Bitcoin is giving it a purpose. Before we continue with the final insights, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. Could another cryptocurrency replace Bitcoin? Boyapati says it's unlikely. Bitcoin isn't about flashy features. It's about trust, security, and scarcity. It has the largest user base, the most secure network, and the strongest brand recognition. Competing with Bitcoin is like trying to replace Coca-Cola. It's possible to make another soda, but global brand loyalty gives Coke a huge advantage. What if Bitcoin forks and splits into different versions? While this has happened before, the original Bitcoin network remains the strongest because it retains the most experienced developers and users. Creating a new version doesn't just require copying code. It needs a community to maintain and improve it. Bitcoin's head start gives it a unique edge. But let's be real. Bitcoin faces risks too. One is protocol risk. If a flaw is found in its code or if future technology like quantum computers can break its security, it could be compromised. However, Bitcoin's code is constantly tested and updated by experts worldwide. Developers are already working on ways to protect it from future threats like quantum computing. What about governments? Could they shut Bitcoin down? Boyapati notes that states see Bitcoin as a challenge to their control over money. They could impose regulations or even ban exchanges. However, Bitcoin's decentralized and global structure makes it difficult to fully suppress. Exchanges can relocate to crypto-friendly countries, making Bitcoin hard to stop. Can Bitcoin's security be threatened by mining centralization? If too few miners control most of the network, they could manipulate transactions. But Bitcoin incentivizes miners to act honestly because it's more profitable. Plus, the community can make changes to keep mining decentralized if needed. Custodial risk, like exchange hacks, is another concern. However, advancements like cold storage, where Bitcoin is stored offline, have significantly reduced this threat. Security practices in the crypto industry are improving rapidly. Finally, Boyapati discusses the risks tied to financial integration. As Bitcoin becomes part of traditional markets, practices like rehypothecation, where financial institutions lend out Bitcoin collateral, could create liquidity problems. If mishandled, this could trigger a market crash. Investors need to watch for these systemic risks as Bitcoin grows. So, what's the big takeaway? Bitcoin is a rare opportunity with massive potential. It's more than digital money. It's a move toward financial freedom and decentralization. Whether you invest or not, understanding Bitcoin's role in the future of money is crucial. Before you click on our next video, ask yourself, what role do you want to play in this unfolding revolution?